गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरदारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरदारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय। श्रील व्यासदेव की जय। श्रील सुखदेव गोस्वामी की जय। परीक्षित महाराज की जय। सुत गोस्वामी की जय। शौनकादि ऋषिगण की जय। भक्ति वेदांत परपोट्स की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकां करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, Text number 11. यो नो जुगोपवन इत्यदुरन्तरकृच्छ्रा दुर्वाससोरिरचितादयुताग्रभुग्यः शाकानशिष्टमुपयुज्य यतस्त्रिलोकीम् Triptam amstasalile vinimagna sangaha Yono jugopavana etya duranta krichrad Durvasa sori rachitat ayutagra bhukyaha Shakana shishtamupayujya yatastriloki Triptam amanstasalile vinimagna sangaha Yono jugopavana etya duranta krichrad Durvasa sori rachitada yutagra bhukyaha Shakana shishtamupayujya yatastrilokim Triptam amanstasalile vinimagna sangaha Yaha, one who, Naha, us, Jugopa, give protection, Vani, forest, Etya, getting in, Duranta, dangerously, Krichrat, trouble, Durvasasa, of Durvasa Muni, Ari, enemy, Rachithat, fabricated by Ayuta 10,000 Agrabuk, one who eats before Yaha, that person Shaka Anna System, remnants of foodstuff Upayujya, having accepted Yataha, because Trilokim, all the three worlds, Triptham, satisfied, Amamstha, thought within the mind, Salile, while in the water, Vinimagna Sangaha, all merged into the water, Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: during our exile, Durvas Muni, who eats with his 10,000 disciples, intrigued with our enemies to put us in dangerous trouble. At that time, he, Lord Krishna, simply by accepting the remnants of food, saved us. By his accepting food thus, the assembly of Munis, while bathing in the river, felt sumptuously fed, and all the three worlds were also satisfied. Purport: Durvas Muni, a powerful mystic Brahmana, determined to observe the principles of religion with great vows and under strict austerities. His name is associated with many historical events, and it appears that the great mystic could be easily satisfied and easily annoyed, like Lord Shiva. When he was satisfied, he could do tremendous good to the servitor, but he was dissatisfied, he could bring about the greatest calamity. Kumari Kunti at her father's house used to minister all kinds of services to all great Brahmanas, and being satisfied with her good reception, Durvas Muni benedicted her with the power to call any demigod she desired. It is understood that he was a plenary incarnation of Lord Shiva, and thus he could be either easily satisfied or annoyed. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, and by Lord Shiva's order he accepted the priesthood of King Shvetaketu because of the king's performance of sacrifice for 100 years. Sometimes he used to visit the parliamentary assembly of the heavenly kingdom of Indradev. He could travel in space by his great mystic powers, and it is understood that he traveled a great distance through space, even up to the Vaikuntha planets beyond material space. He traveled all these long distances within 1 year during his quarrel with King Ambarisha, the great devotee and emperor of the Lord. He had about 10,000 disciples, and wherever he visited, he became a guest of the great Kshatriya kings. He used to be accompanied by a number of followers. Once he visited the house of Duryodhana, the enemy cousin of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Duryodhana was intelligent enough to satisfy the Brahmana by all means, and the great Rishi wanted to give some benediction to Duryodhana. Duryodhana knew his mystic powers, and he knew also that the mystic Brahmana, if dissatisfied, could cause some havoc, and thus he designed to engage the Brahmana to show his wrath upon his enemy cousins, the Pandavas. When the Rishi wanted to award some benediction to Duryodhana, the latter wished that he should visit the house of Maharaja Yudhishthira, who was the eldest and chief among all his cousins. But by his request, he would go to him after he had finished his meals with his queen Draupadi. Duryodhana knew after that Draupadi's dinner it would be impossible for Maharaja Yudhishthira to receive such a large number of Brahmana guests, and thus the Rishi would be annoyed and would create some trouble for his cousin Maharaja Yudhishthira. That was the plan of Duryodhana. Durvas Muni agreed to this proposal, and he approached the king in exile according to the plan of Duryodhana after the king and Draupadi had finished their meals. On his arrival at the door of Maharaja Yudhishthira, he was at once well received, and the king requested him to finish his noontime religious rites in the river, for by that time the foodstuff would be prepared. Durvasa, along with his large number of disciples, went to take a bath in the river, and Maharaja Yudhishthira was in great anxiety about the guests. As long as Draupadi had not taken her meals, food could be served to any number of guests, but the Rishi, by the plan of Duryodhana, reached there after Draupadi had finished her meals. When the devotees are put into difficulty, they have an opportunity to recollect the Lord with rapt attention. So Draupadi was thinking of Lord Krishna in the dangerous position, and the all-pervading Lord could at once know the dangerous position of his devotees. He therefore came there on the scene and asked Draupadi to give whatever food she might have in her stock. On her being so requested by the Lord, Draupadi was sorrowful because the Supreme Lord asked her for some food, and she was unable to supply it at that time. She said to the Lord that the mysterious dish which she had received from the sun god could supply any amount of food if she herself had not eaten. But on that day she had already taken her meals, and thus they were in danger. By expressing her difficulties, she began to cry before the Lord as only a woman would do in such a position. The Lord, however, asked Draupadi to bring the cooking pots to see if there was any particle of foodstuff left. And on Draupadi is doing so, the Lord found some particle of vegetable sticking to the pot. The Lord at once picked it up and ate. After doing so, the Lord asked Draupadi to call for her guest, the company of Durvasa. Bhima was sent to call them from the river. Bhima said, "Why are you delaying, sirs? Come on, the food is ready for you." But the Brahmanas, because of Lord Krishna's accepting a little part of food, felt sumptuously fed even while they were in the water. They thought, since Maharaj Yudhishthira must have prepared many valuable dishes for them, since they were not hungry and could not eat, the king would feel very sorry, so it was better not to go there. Thus they decided to go away. This incident proves that the Lord is the greatest mystic, and therefore he is known as Yogeshwara. Another instruction is that every householder must offer food to the Lord, and the result will be that everyone, even a company of guests numbering 10,000, will be satisfied because of the Lord's being satisfied. That is the way of devotional service. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, the chapter entitled The Pandavas Retired Timely. So this shloka is in continuation, is a series of shlokas spoken by Arjuna. So how the Lord was protecting them in different situations and at different times. And in these shlokas we can see that Pandavas, indirectly Arjuna is telling, but because Pandavas are the great devotees of the Lord Krishna was always with them, that doesn't mean that devotees will not have dangerous situations facing in their lives. So Arjuna is saying that even though we have gone through terrible situations, but Krishna was there to protect us. So as a devotee, we should always, sometimes when we come to devotional service, we expect that everything should go as per I wish or as per my desire. So, but anyway, this life is not going to be like that. Whether you are a devotee, whether you are a non-devotee, life is going to be troublesome only, because this material world is like that. You cannot help it. This material world means it is a place of suffering. So in the jail you have to expect suffering only. So this way we can understand that the problems and the challenges will be there in the life. But the point here is the clever devotees, the devotees of the Lord are always taking that as an opportunity to fully depend on the Lord. So it is an exclusive mercy of the Lord. Because here we can see in the purport, Prabhupada is saying, when the devotees are put into difficulty, they have an opportunity to recollect the Lord with rapt attention. So in order to have, we can also experience in our life, when everything is easy going and when everything is okay, that time our chanting or praying to the deities or participating in the program will not be intense. But the same situations when we have very challenging situations in the life, our emotions, our surrender, everything becomes very deep. So it is an exclusive mercy. So we need to understand from Bhagavatam that we should not have this understanding that just chanting Hare Krishna, there will not be any problems in my life. Prabhupada said, whether you are happy or not happy, chant Hare Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Sukhe dukhe bhulo nako sada hari bole taku. So whether you are happy, whether you are not happy, whether any situation in life, you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And Krishna will surely protect. Here Pandavas, Arjuna is recollecting all those incidents, how Krishna was protecting in those dangerous situations. So we can see how Arjuna is grateful to the Lord, for he is remembering each and every incident, what Lord had done to him. So in the same way, even we should remember, so where we were once upon a time, how we were and what was our life before coming to Krishna consciousness. So each and everything we should remember, how was my life before and how is my life after coming to Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is saying in one lecture, and if you are not in Krishna consciousness, people get up early in the morning and they drink coffee or tea and they don't brush the teeth. All the germs go inside and they will have stomach disorders. So even a simplest thing, that one should take any food only after brushing the teeth or taking bath. Even that little samskara also we didn't have before coming to Krishna consciousness. So now we are blessed with so many things, which is beyond our qualification. To say, you can see in the 11th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, in the Uddhava's Gita, there it is been said in Sriranga Mahatmya also, that Uddhava is telling about the Lord, how great is the Lord. So all the kings in the world, they used to stand in the queue and they come to the Lord's Simhasan. So generally in the kings, they will have that pita at the down where they will put their feet. So all the kings will stand in queue line just to touch their mukut, touch their golden kirita, that helmet, to that pita, to the pada pita, what is been there. They are standing in queue line. So that is the Lord's glory. All the kings are standing in queue line just to touch their helmet to the pada pita where the Lord has placed his lotus feet. So such kings, even devatas, even the opportunity, even demigods aspiring to do bhakti in earthly planet. So even devatas are standing in queue when they will get an opportunity, because the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever he has given, the process is very simple and the practice is very sublime. So many demigods are aspiring when they will have an opportunity to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his sincere followers. So that is the golden opportunity we have. So we should always be grateful every moment. So where we are and how we are and what we were before, and after coming to Krishna consciousness, what we are now, so and what we got, it is all simply beyond our imagination. So just like Arjuna is very grateful here, we should be very, very grateful for each and every small facility or the devotional service which we are doing. For everything, we should be always grateful to our superiors, to Sri Guru and Srila Prabhupada and all the Acharyas for giving us this opportunity. See, today at this time, this whole world, by 8:30 you can see, the whole world you can see people are very busy. You can see cars are going here and there, and people are running for their job. They are going and they want to earn lakhs of rupees. You can see the peak time, morning this 8 to 9 and evening maybe something like 4:30 to 6. You can see the traffic is jammed because people are running everywhere. But the peakest hours for the material world, for the materialist, Sri Sri Gaurnithai ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So the peakest, busiest hours of the material world. So we are peacefully chanting, we are peacefully sitting and hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So outside world, the same time everybody is in hurry and burry. They want to go earn something. But the most busiest part of the time in the world where they are hurrying or rushing towards their duties, but we are having an opportunity that we are sitting and we are discussing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So this is all the gift of Srila Prabhupada. So just like here Arjuna is very grateful, we should also be very grateful for the opportunity we got. So here Prabhupada, he writes in this purport. This is a famous story, everybody knows how Durvasa Muni was sent by Duryodhana. Duryodhana is always a cunning person. His plan is always how to trouble and how to kill Pandavas. So we can see in one of the purport, Prabhupada is saying that they planned, these Kauravas, they planned to send Pandavas to Lankagrah. They want to kill them all together. And by the way, Vidura gave some signal, there is some plot, some plan behind, so please don't go there. So they didn't go there and they were saved somehow by Vidura's instruction. Yudhishthira thought and they didn't go there. What Dhritarashtra did is, he already got convinced that these Pandavas are dead, and he has given even Tarpana also. After a person is dead, they give the Tarpana. Even he has done that. Means to what extent he is hankering, or he is in the heart he is having grudging towards Pandavas. He wants to somehow finish them. That was his mentality. And the Dhritarashtra had that same mentality, and the Duryodhana also is carrying the same mentality. So here you can see Prabhupada writes in the first purport about the Atiti Seva. Kunti Devi, in the Kunti Bhoja dynasty, Kunti's father, he used to regularly invite sadhus and brahmanas to his house. So that time Kunti, she used to serve them so nicely. Prabhupada says, women are meant for caring. The way they care and the way they take care of the house, nobody else can do. Suppose in Dharma Shastra it is been said, the woman's main duty is two things. One is, she should always see that whoever comes to home, they are not, they don't go away from home. They don't leave home with empty stomach. They have to go with fully satisfied stomachs, they have to go. And second thing is, her most important duty is to keep the house clean and to manage the house and things where it has to be and how it has to be, and the way to receive guests. Everything, it is all the, art for women. So, but nowadays women are directly competing with men. That women wants, if a man wants to become a pilot, women wants to become a pilot. So anything they can do, but a man cannot beget a child, no. Only women can get. So for every body, according to the nature, the woman's body is designed in such a way that she is there for caring other people. That's how her body is designed. So in olden days, if you can see, I remember this culture of care was there in every village and in every house in India. So when I was 10 years old, I went to one village in Tamil Nadu. So that time the village, even that culture, even to today, now we don't see. Even in front of the house there is some basement where people can just come if they are feeling tired or if they feel sun, too much sun, they can sit there. And outside the house there will be two pots will be there. One pot will be filled with buttermilk, one pot will be filled with water. Anybody, a passerby or a person who is feeling fatigue, he can, there is no person, but the system is already set up that anybody can come and relax there or lie down there or sit there, or if they want they can drink some buttermilk or some water and again refresh themselves and they can go. So but in nowadays there is no that in Telugu we call that as arugu. The platform will be there in front of the house. Anybody can sit. So now there is no platform to sit also. On top of that they have a dog also. You cannot sit also. Sometimes you go for book distribution. In Tirupati, sometimes when I went for book distribution, we were very much afraid. Because in some houses, at least they had some care. They put beware of dogs. At least is there you have some idea, okay, there is dog. In some houses there is no, that also is not there. You go there and immediately dog starts rushing at you and you run for your life. So from that time we understood, so we thought two people means one person will go, one person will catch the books, will carry the books. Because you go and the dog rushes on you, you cannot run with the books. And the books may fall down and you may fall down also. Anything may happen. So we should be very careful. Like nowadays, the Atithi Seva has gone to dogs. Means the dogs are kept in the house. Nobody is coming to the house. And there is no Atithi Seva and there is no distribution of Prasadam. As Prabhupada is saying in the last paragraph, another instruction is that every householder must offer food to the Lord, and result will be that everyone, even a company of guests numbering 10,000 will be satisfied. So everybody should be offered Prasadam. So in those days and all, it was joint families. So for example, my father's elders and youngers, all together they were 11 in home. 11 plus mother and father, and these 11 they get married one by one. Then it keeps on increasing. You'll have 30 people, 40 people in a house. So there is every day there is a mass cooking. There is nothing like every day. Nowadays the cooking means it is only up to 3 people. If you have to go to anyone's house, if you are going to a guest house, so you have to tell them in advance. Atithi means you don't tell the tithi that I am coming now. But now you have to tell in advance. Even if you tell in advance, they will ask, how many of you are coming? So then from there the reply will come, I am coming. So then he will ask whether you are coming only with your wife or you are bringing your children. So he will say, no, I am coming with my wife and I am coming with my children. This is not from stranger house, the own brother's house. If an elder brother is going to an younger brother's house, he has to call and he has to tell. And the younger brother will again ask, so whether you will take milk with sugar or milk without sugar. So then again he will, no, we will take milk with sugar. So again the younger brother again will ask elder brother, no, I have another doubt. So you are coming with your children. Should I calculate it as 3 tickets or 4 tickets? Because 2 is half of ticket, no? So I have to calculate as 3 tickets or 4 tickets. No. Our children eat so nicely, so you can make four as per 4 tickets. Then afterwards again the younger brother will ask, so whether you will take buttermilk or whether you will take curd. So hearing all this, the elder brother will say, thank you for your hospitality. I am not interested to come to your home. This is how the nowadays hospitality has come to that range. Nobody can go to anyone's house. There is no relationship between the family members. So in those days and all, 30 people, 40 people in a house, there is always mass cooking in the house. There is nothing like you have to do for guests. It is a natural custom in the house that they make it for 5 to 10 people extra. They know that someone will come. They will make it extra only, and they will see that they are properly fed as prasadam to all the people. So this is how here Durvasa Muni, he was sent by Duryodhana. Duryodhana was sent with a plan. What was his plan is, so to send Durvasa to Yudhishthira Maharaj because they are in exile. That too, because Duryodhana already knows that Yudhishthira Maharaj got this Akshay Patra from the sun god. Because when they were sent to forest for exile, Yudhishthira Maharaj have been visited. Means Yudhishthira Maharaj was a king, means he is of the kingly order, and he is a very good devotee. Many Brahmanas used to come and see him. Many people, rishis, they all used to come and see Yudhishthira Maharaj in the forest. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was very much worried. So when they come, it is our duty to give proper food and shelter. So but we are in the forest, what we should do? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj consults Daumya Rishi. Daumya Rishi is their family priest who instructs in times of difficulties. So Daumya Rishi says, you don't worry, there is I received 108 names of sun god from Indra. So I will teach you those 108 names of sun god. So you can chant those 108 names of, that is Ashtotara Nama, of sun god by taking bath in Ganges river and standing on Ganges river. You pray to sun god and sun god will bless you. So he will give you what you need. So because Annat Bhavanti Bhutani, the Annam comes by sun only. So you pray to sun god. So he prays to sun god and the sun god manifests and he will give this Akshay Patra. And this Patra he gives and he says, you give it to your wife Draupadi. Because Draupadi is the one who is going to eat at the last. Because it is the duty of the housewife to see that first the husband is fed and all the guests, all the visitors who have come to the house, they are all fed and they are all satisfied, and the last one who is going to eat that prasadam is that Draupadi only. So sun god told Yudhishthira Maharaj, you give this patra to your wife, and this patra, whatever she cooks, she has to transfer it to this Akshay Patra. So any number of guests it can be fed, but only the condition is that once she has eaten it, then to no one else it can be served. That was the condition. So that way Akshay Patra was with Draupadi Devi. So and Duryodhana wanted to send Durvasa Muni just after they have eaten it. See, because he knows that Durvasa Muni is such a rishi. Generally rishis, they get angry and all their tapos, the penance shakti, tapo shakti will go down. But Durvasa Muni is blessed with such a benediction. When he goes on cursing and when he goes on becoming angry, what happens is his tapo balam increases. That is his special and exclusive benediction he got. So he knows this person, if he is satisfied, he can give benediction to any extent. If he is dissatisfied, he can finish away their life to any extent. So there is already a pastime of Prabhupada says there are many historical events of Durvasa Muni. We know about Ambarish Maharaj, what has happened. And in case of Kunti Maharani, so he blessed because when Durvasa Muni visited the palace of Kunti Bhoja Raja, and Kunti served her so nicely, and he was so happy with the way she served, then the way she took care of Durvasa Muni. She was so pleased. Durvasa Muni wanted to give some benediction to Kunti Devi. But Kunti Devi said, no, I do not want anything, I just want to serve. Then Durvasa Muni insisted that you should take some benediction. So then Kunti Devi said, okay, I will take the benediction whenever I need. So that time what Durvasa Muni says is, Durvasa Muni, he gives a mantra from Atharva Veda. There is a mantra in Atharva Veda. You chant this mantra and you can call for any demigod. They can come. They will come, and whatever need or whatever problem you are facing, they can immediately help you and assist you in times of need. So immediately Kunti Devi, what she got the mantra from Durvasa Muni, and she thought to do experiment whether this will work or not. So she did experiment and she called for sun god, and the sun god came. And the sun god came, then she has to ask something. So she didn't ask anything because she was just making an experiment. So and Durvasa Muni, whatever benediction he has given, that was true. So and sun god came, and sun god told, I will give a son from my side. So then Kunti Devi said, no, I am not married. So how can I get a son? So then sun god says, you don't worry. It's because I have come, I have to give something, because you called me. So you will have a son, and that son will come from the ear. That's how Karna was born. So generally we refer Karnarandra. We say Karnarandra. There are many shlokas in Bhagavatam. It refers to Karna. Karna means the ear, because he was born from the ear. So because she is not married, what she did, she put it in the boat, and in the river she sent that baby. And that was taken by one carpenter, and that's how Karna was brought up. So that's how here Prabhupada is saying Durvasa Muni benedicted her with the power to call any demigod she desired. It is understood that he was a plenary incarnation of Lord Shiva. So here we can see when Krishna was satisfied, all the Durvasa Muni and disciples, they were all completely satisfied. But here there is another history in another pastime in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, that so in the Govardhan pastime, Govardhan was very much satisfied, but one fellow was not satisfied. Indra was not satisfied. Here we can see Krishna was satisfied, but at the same time, there Durvasa Muni and all the disciples were satisfied. But there is another pastime in this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, where Krishna was satisfied. Govardhan, when they were all the Vrajavasis, they were offering all kinds of bhoga to Govardhan, and he was taking like aniyor, he was eating, and they didn't know what to do. Then Balram told, you take one tulsi leaf and offer it to Lord Govardhan Maharaj, then he will be satisfied. He was completely satisfied. So here we can see the attitude. Here Durvasa Muni, he came, that Duryodhana had sent him, but to protect the devotees, the Lord had taken just, here Prabhupada is saying, here in the shloka we can see Shakana. It is Shak. Shak means generally, Prabhupada in purport he is saying about vegetable. There may be some vegetable sticking to that Akshay Patra. The Lord just took it, and all the Durvasa Muni, all the people were satisfied. So in other case, the Indra was not satisfied, because he was so much proud enough, because there was so much garva, Damba was there in Indra. So even though the Lord was satisfied, he was not satisfied, because he had that independent mentality and he was very proud. So here the Lord, in order to satisfy the humble devotees, Yudhishthira Maharaj and all the Pandavas, they were very humble. You can see Yudhishthira Maharaj is so humble, and he is Ajata Shatru. You can see after doing all this, see Dhritarashtra did so many atrocities, and they tried to, all the Kauravas, they tried to plan to kill Pandavas by any means. But at last, after all the battle is over, still we can see that, Dhritarashtra was there in the palace only. So even one day also, Yudhishthira Maharaj never thought, this fellow only made our life so horrible. This fellow, this our so-called father, brother, elder brother of our father, Pedanayana, we call Chacha. Chacha. So Chacha, so he has done so much, how we can tolerate him in the house, we can kick him out of the house. He never thought even one day also. So because he was Ajata Shatru, he had such qualities, he had such humility, and the Lord was so moved by the qualities the Pandavas had, the Lord was obliged to protect them and help them in all dangerous conditions. So here one more thing, when Draupadi was Krishna asked Draupadi, can't you see something, anything is there in that Akshay Patra, maybe something sticking to that Patra. That time Prabhupada is writing in the Purport, he is saying, see, Draupadi was dissatisfied, means she was not feeling good, because Lord asked him and she could not give. She was not worried about the Durvasa and the team. Here Prabhupada is saying here, so Draupadi, here Prabhupada says, on her being so requested by the Lord, Draupadi was sorrowful because the Supreme Lord asked her for some food and she was unable to supply it at that time. Because the Lord is asking something and she is not able to give, and she felt very much unhappy. That Prabhupada is saying here. So somehow you know that she was in a very helpless condition, and the Lord told you that vegetable was sticking to the pot, and yasmin tushte jagat tushte. When Lord took it, then all were satisfied. They were completely satisfied, and they thought when Bhima went and they called all the Durvasa Muni and all the disciples, please come, sir. Prabhupada is writing, why are you delaying, sirs? Please come. So, and they felt so much, just like on Dwadasi feast day, you are fed with some full prasad, and again someone comes with a plate full of prasadam, and you, no, Prabhuji, no. It's because already full. So here Prabhupada is saying, come on, the food is ready for you. So, but because Krishna has taken, they were already. I heard in some lecture some devotee saying they were almost rolling on the ground because they have eaten so much prasad, and that was not being digested, and they were finding very difficult rolling, and they were moving from that place. So when Lord is pleased, the whole world is pleased, and everyone is pleased. That is the principle we have to please. We have to understand from this. So I would like to narrate one pastime of Ramanujacharya, which Prabhupada has mentioned in his one of his Bhagavad Gita lectures. So Ramanujacharya was giving class in Srirangam on the pastime of Lord Venkateshwara. There is a pastime is there is a Prabandham in Thiruvaimozhi composed by Nammalvar. There he says, there is a pasuram, he says, Vanavar konodum Sindhu Magazhum Thiruvengadathu Samankol Veedu Tarum Tadankundrame. There is a pasuram. He generally, Ramanujacharya, what he does is every day he takes class on this Prabandham. He will try to explain each and every pastime, means connected in every pasuram. So that way he was explaining about Lord Venkateshwara. That time he got immediately thought, okay, because earlier in the lecture he was telling about is there any person, because Nammalvar has sung in his poetry that Lord Venkateshwara is very fond of flowers, because Tirumala is known as Pushpa Mandapam. So Srirangam is known as Bhoga Mandapam, and Kanchi, Varadaraja, is called as Thyaga Mandapam. So Pushpa Mandapam means the Lord will be very much satisfied and happy when we decorate him with varieties of beautiful and good fragrance flowers. So that time when he was telling like that time no one was there. So that time he asked in the disciples community, is there anyone who is ready to go there and offer flower seva, pushpa seva to Lord Venkateshwara, because Nammalvar has sung in his poetry that the Lord is very much happy when he is served by different varieties of flowers. So that time nobody was interested, and one person got up, and that was Anantalvar. So he went to Tirumala, and he was already serving there, making a pond, all that pastime. So again after Anantalvar is situated in Tirumala, so one day again there comes a description of Lord Venkateshwara in the pasuram. This time Ramanujacharya will again think, okay, we have sent our disciple Anantacharya to Tirumala, so we need to go and we need to see how he has been serving the Lord, and he is alone there, so we need to go. So he immediately feels like he wants to go to Tirumala. So what he does is he takes his disciples and he comes from Srirangam to Tirumala for seeing Anantacharya and for taking darshan of the Lord. With all the disciples he comes. So while coming with the disciples, generally there is always an advance party to go, because he is coming with many team of disciples. Not because during Ramanujacharya's time we can imagine now how the temples are, but the earlier how the situation was. When Srirangam, the Namperumal is called as the Utsav deity. The Moola Virat is called as Ranganath, and the Utsav Murti is called as Namperumal. So the Utsav Murti Namperumal, when he comes on a procession, that is the different sevas, the Lord comes on a procession. So there used to be Goshti. How the Goshti is, there used to be 11,000 Grihasthas. And there used to be 800 GRs. 800 GRs means 800 sannyasis. Now if you go to Tirumala, you can see only 2 GRs are there. Like that, can you imagine during Ramanujacharya's time, when he is coming on a procession, that means the Lord is there, and there are 11,000 Grihasthas, and you can see on the front, they will be chanting this Prabandham. They will be chanting Prabandham. It's a group. And there will be 4 divisions at the back, 5 divisions at the back. Each Veda, there will be a group of Brahmanas chanted each Veda. Like one group will be chanting Sama Veda, one group will be chanting Rig Veda, one group will be chanting Shukla Yajur Veda, Krishna Yajur Veda, Atharvana Veda. Like that, it's all a team. How you can imagine how the Lord, if he comes in a procession on the front side, there are so many GRs, 800 GRs and 11,000 Grosthas. They are all chanting Vedas, one side Prabandham. How the whole atmosphere would have been. So that time he decided to come with the disciples. So 2 disciples were sent to Yajneshwara. There is a person by name Yajnesha who is a disciple of Ramanujacharya, but he is having business. He is having this different varieties of business. He is a wealthy person, like a Vaishya he was. So Ramanujacharya told, you go and tell Yajnesha that I am coming with the disciples, so to make all arrangements for our coming, means prasadam, accommodation, everything. So when these 2 disciples of Ramanujacharya went as in advance party to tell Yajnesha, that time Yajnesha was very much in jubilation. Oh, my Guru Maharaj is going to come. What a golden day in my life. What a blessed day. I have to serve them. This is my lifetime opportunity. Then he calling all the people, okay, you make pandal, you make annaprasad, you make this. He was so much, you make all banana stems, you tie everywhere, green mango leaves. It was so much, he was enthused. So he started ordering all the people to make all the arrangements. So these 2 people went back. And told Ramanujacharya that, Ramanujacharya immediately saw them and asked, how was the response? So what did he say? So he told, he was very happy, and he has immediately ordered his people to immediately make elaborate arrangements for you. So then Ramanujacharya asked, so did he care for you when you went there? So then these 2 disciples who went in advance party, they said, in happy mood, in jubilation to receive you, he forgot us. He didn't think of us or to help or to whether you had water, whether you need something. He was not worried. He was only in Guru Maharaj's arrival. So then Ramanujacharya decided that I will not go to his home. So then Ramanujacharya went to another poor disciple by name Varadachari and Lakshmi, and they both are husband and wife. They were also disciples of Ramanujacharya. So Prabhupada says in one of his lecture about this pastime, and he says, his explanation is like this. So when Ramanujacharya come to the house of this poor couple, so he knocks the door. From inside, only Lakshmi is there. His husband Varadachari, he has gone out for some work. So he will come only in the evening. So he knocked the door. From the inside only the voice is coming. She is not coming out. So then Ramanujacharya understands that it's not locked inside, but she is not able to come out because she doesn't have proper clothes also. That was her situation. So immediately Ramanujacharya takes his Uttireya and he supplies Uttireya to her. She takes that and she comes out and she offers obeisances. And then Ramanujacharya says, we have come here for your Atithi Seva. We have all the disciples, our god brothers here. So you make a big feast. So then this Lakshmi was thinking how to serve Guru Maharaj, because Guru Maharaj has come, we need to serve him, what to do. So she was thinking. So in the same village, it has been said that village is now, what is the name of that village, we don't know. In those days that village name was Ashta Sahasra. Now we don't know what is the name of that. So in the village there was another businessman who was always trying to seduce Lakshmi, this disciple of Ramanujacharya, to have association with her. So she was very chaste lady and she was not agreeing to it. So now she thought, okay, I will go to him and I will ask for all the groceries so required for Guru Maharaj service. So she goes there and she will say to him, okay, whatever requirement is there, I will definitely fulfill you. I have my Guru Maharaj has come, so you give me all the necessary ingredients and groceries required for that. So he will also think, okay, my God, after a long time, even my desire is going to get fulfilled. So he gives all the ingredients and groceries and everything. She brings everything and she makes a wonderful feast and offers it to the Lord and serves Guru Maharaj and all the other god brothers, those who have come. So after all this, in the evening time, the husband is coming back. Varadachari is coming back. So he has come and he has seen the whole atmosphere. Guru Maharaj is there, all the other Guru Maharaj disciples are there. Everyone are fed. It's like a big festival going on in the place. So he comes back and he asks Lakshmi, so how come you manage to arrange this much feast? Then she will reveal the truth. That, I have gone to this person because he has been trying to seduce me for many years. But this occasion, when Guru Maharaj is coming, I have to serve Guru. That is my first, my life and soul. So immediately, Varadachari also becomes very much satisfied and happy with the mood of the wife, Lakshmi. So immediately they both go and they fall at the feet of Ramanujacharya. So when they fall at the feet and they will have some kind of agony face. Means now she has to go there, no? Now that is the situation. So Ramanujacharya understands, so then they reveal that this is the situation. So then Ramanujacharya sends prasadam to him. Okay, you just give the prasadam first to him. That was remnants of, that is Maha Prasad. That is not just prasad. That after Ramanujacharya had that prasadam, he gave that Mahaprasad to Lakshmi. You go and give it to him. So as she gave the word, she went in time to meet him. So, and he was also very much astonished. See how chaste she is. Still she has kept her word just for my sake. And he was not feeling good when she came to him. But still he was okay, like that he was moving forward. Then she told, okay, our Guru Maharaj has come, so he has told to give some Mahaprasadam to you. You please take this Mahaprasadam. So the moment he took the Mahaprasadam, there was a revolutionary change in his heart. There was tears in his eyes and there was great repentance. Oh, what I have done. You are my mother. I am supposed to serve you, but I have treated you in this way and I have tried to seduce you and I want to have some association with you. I thought in a very cunning and dangerous way. So please forgive. And he fell at the feet of Lakshmi ji, and he also later became a disciple of Ramanujacharya. So that's how this we can see here. Durvasa Muni and disciples, they were satisfied because Krishna was satisfied. Here we can see to satisfy Guru, to satisfy Sripada Ramanujacharya, his disciple was saved, at the same time he was delivered. So that way we can see they all became later devotees of disciples of Ramanujacharya. So that's how here we can see Prabhupada is clearly saying the one thing is that when any number of guests are there, anything we do, simply giving annadana is not no use. Here it is being said, any number of guests may come, but if it is prasadam, if the food is offered to the Lord, here it is being said, even a company of guests numbering 10,000 will be satisfied because of Lord's being satisfied. Because the Lord is satisfied, automatically any number of guests, whoever come, so they will be satisfied. And Prabhupada also said in ISKCON, whenever we make prasadam, we should make 20 plus. If you are making for 100, it should be 20 plus. If you are making for 500, it should be 520. Always it should be some extra so that someone may come. So, and there should not be any situation that there is no prasadam. So everybody should have, in Govardhan pastime we can say Krishna is telling one should feed brahmanas, one should feed dog eaters and dogs also. Lord is saying even that prasadam should go not only to the brahmanas and the human beings, different varieties, kinds of human beings. He is saying even the prasadam has to go to the dog eaters, and he is saying even it has to go to the dog also. To that extent the prasadam has to be distributed. So, but there is a definition for prasadam also. What it means really prasadam. Prasadam means when a devotee offered with love and devotion, cooked with love and devotion, bought vegetables with love and devotion, Pujari offering it with love and devotion, then it comes in the plate and that becomes the prasadam. So like that here miracles can happen. Prabhupada is saying in the last incident that Lord is the greatest mystic, therefore he is known as Yogeshwara. So all miracles can happen. One time Harivilas Prabhu, he was saying that Prabhupada is supposed to come to Seattle temple tomorrow. But practically in the temple those times there was no money at all. So Harivilas Prabhu was deeply thinking what to do, because Prabhupada is going to come, how to manage and how we have to invite Prabhupada from airport, make a big arrangement here. So he was completely what to do. He was depending on Krishna and he was thinking what to do. So tomorrow Prabhupada is going to come. The day after Mangalarti, one man came with a bag of Lakshmi. So he came to the temple and he kept that bag and he went away. So then Harivilas Prabhu was roaming in the temple and he found that bag. So he saw, what is this, from where this bag has come? And he saw inside it is full of Lakshmi. And always you fear, from where the Lakshmi has come. Suddenly someone has kept or what has happened. So Harivilas Prabhu was very much perturbed. What is this, from where this Lakshmi has come? And he was seeing maybe that person may come in the afternoon or in the evening or sometime. So, but that person never came. So Harivilas Prabhu is saying, see, to serve Prabhupada, because Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord, he should be served with great in opulent way. But there is no Lakshmi. How Krishna has personally arranged to send a person with a bag full of Lakshmi, and they had a very great festival and they invited Prabhupada from the airport and it was a great ecstatic. So like that Krishna had done personal miracles in Prabhupada's life. So to serve Prabhupada, so this was the realization of Harivilas Prabhu. He was saying we could see miracles, how Krishna was acting, how Krishna was helping even to assist Prabhupada and to his mission. So we could see miracles. So those days and all these kind of experiences and memories, many Prabhupada disciples, they have shared in their memories. So this is how the Lord to protect his devotees and to help his devotees, he does miracles like this. So we need to just become devotees of the Lord and everything will be taken care. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So nothing we have to worry about. Only thing, the only Prabhupada says, the only thing is We have to become Krishna conscious. That's it. That only one thing we need to do. Everything else Krishna will take care. That we need to focus. That we need to have. Just here it is been said. We need to have rapt attention. Rapt attention is very important in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna puts his devotee in very difficult situations. It is for us to become alert, to become rapt. Sometimes if we see a giraffe also, there is an example always quoted. Giraffe, when it gives birth to a baby cub, baby giraffe, immediately it will start kicking. Because the giraffe, once it gives birth, the mother giraffe gives birth, and as soon as it gives birth, there is a aroma, smell, which spreads everywhere. And the lion and the tiger, they come to know. Because by the smell, no. By sniffing, they can come to know where is the food or anything. So immediately, what they do, they come and they attack that baby giraffe. So in order to protect its baby cub, baby giraffe, what mother giraffe does is it keeps on kicking. Keep on kicking. You know the giraffe is very height and very tall and its legs are very strong. And if it kicks that baby, how it will be? From an outsider, from outside point of view, if we see what is this mother has no compassion and love for the child. But actually it is love and compassion for that baby giraffe. So that because by kicking, it starts running. It starts to walk and it starts to run. So that way, if that baby giraffe runs only, the mother can protect the baby giraffe. Otherwise it's not possible. So sometimes kicking is also love. Love is not only, is just all the time tampering, all the time, oh, you are so nice, you are wonderful, all the times. That is not. Love is sometimes, kicking is also love only. So sometimes Krishna kicks so that we become alert. So we become rapt attention in chanting, hearing and doing our devotional service. So that way here Prabhupada is saying that devotees are put into difficulty just to become rapt attent in their devotional service. So if we are getting problems, means we should understand that I am not rapt attentive in my devotional service. So I need to become more attentive. That's all the message is. So depending on Krishna is the wealth. So trying that, okay, I am fine. Prabhupada is saying, Janma Ishwarya Shraddha Shribir Yadamana Mada Puman. These four things I have and I am comfortable. One will not have that, as Kunti Maharani says, Yadamana Mada Puman, Naivarhati Apidatum Vai, Twamakinchana Gocharam. You will not have that sincere feeling of devotion. Everything is okay. What is there? So that is also Krishna's mercy. We need to understand that way. Sorry for taking too much of your time. I don't know if I have time for questions. 1 or 2 questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This is a wonderful class. Prabhu, this Krishna can do anything unconditionally and without any sort of this one. Like when want to feed that other Durvas Muni and their Shishyas. Even without having one particle, he can make them to satisfy something. Now what is the reason, what message Krishna is giving just one particle to be taken, something like that?
See, for us everything you show with proof only we will believe. Actually it is been said the Lord is carrying Shankha and Chakra. He doesn't need carry. He is already having. He is showing because we need to get faith. Okay, I have Shankha, Chakra, I have Gada. So I am not simply one man just without any, weapons. I am with everything. So like that all the time our problem is we don't have faith in Krishna. That is the problem. So Krishna, even small thing also he has to give that faith. Okay, Lord can immediately say, oh, just by thought he can make all the Durvas, all the disciples, everyone to be satisfied. But only thing, there is a lesson for us. See, by depending on Krishna, Krishna will Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. But there is something practical should be there, no? That is there in Mahabharata and Bhagavatam, how Lord has done it. Otherwise it will only become, because in Kali Yuga, any ad you see, they will show the, even bathroom cleaning also, just they put that something like the liquid, everything becomes white. But that is not the fact. Just they put and they show, so to get faith, so that you can buy that. So it's all kind of, Krishna knows the Kali Yuga people's mentality, so he has enacted that past. It's all so much fake people are promoting. See now, so many, this paste and all, I don't know, Fair and Lovely, so many things are there. They show just you put for 15 days and everything becomes so white and you become so glamorous. So I was thinking why can't they try that in maybe something in Africa? People are so black. They can take someone Africa man and they can put, no, they will not do that. It's simply cheating. People want to be cheated. And they see that, oh, if I put and all my face will become so glamorous and I'll become white in one day. They can try in Africa, no? They don't try there. But people are simply believing. It's like that we need some proof. Anyway, Prabhu. Thank you all very much. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.